Hello everyone, welcome back. This is TechMedic. Thank you for joining me today. Today's video, in case you looked at the thumbnail, yes, I made a NG Plus. So this is a fresh save on the hardest difficulty, but don't worry about that. The difficulty doesn't really matter as it only scales incrementally with the challenge of statistics behind the enemies. So with that being said, I wanted to play the hardest mode, but I wanted an NG Plus, and I wanted to bring my weapons from way later in the game back to the start of the initial setting up the train. So first of all, the only thing that I did was I came up here, talked to the little robot lady, and of course made some storage containers and brought over some items. As you can see here, we have plenty of ammunition for you guys, weapons that you can use. I also have here, from a little bit further in the progress, getting the AK as well as the sniper rifle, and of course the Iron Lady, which does electrical damage. This pistol will do 28 damage in total, and of course the Breakpoint, which does 25 damage per pellet. So this slows you down significantly, but don't worry about that. We have a food to take care of that. So this food will allow you to move 200% faster. If we use a weapon that doesn't hinder our movement speed, we can effectively fly all over the place. There's a bunch of cool alchemy recipes here, especially this food, in which it gives you range damage plus 1785, and yes, you can definitely nuke the whale that's flying around in the sky with this rifle, but that whale is tied to progression, so I'd recommend you leave it alone. But other than that, you've got some storage, you pretty much got your bedroll, and of course every pattern in the game is left alone. Now what does that mean? That means that you are able, and let's go ahead and show off some of these weapons real quick. Where did that little jellyfish go? He's over there. As you can see, we took out that pretty easy, and that's because this sniper rifle does 300 damage. But as I was saying, all the patterns are left alone. This is a true NG Plus. The only thing that I've done is I brought everything back and altered the save file so that save_3 is the save that you will utilize. There are instructions on the Patreon that you can utilize to install this. And if you have a current save_3, I recommend that you go ahead and actually save your main game manually so that it jumps to the next incremental number, and then replace that save_3, because as you can see here, this is the save in question. And of course, these are my old games, and these are all the other autosaves from the drill site, which is way further on down the road. But with that, guys, everything here is to be looted again, including all ammunition, all lock boxes, everything else. This speed food is pretty helpful. And of course, if you want to just flat out, lay out the bosses that are inside of the dungeons, you can eat that food. And of course, just to show you, we're gonna go ahead and eat that, and we're gonna shoot our homeboy over there, and he's gonna come around, and he's probably gonna spit out Cuddle Reavers, but we're gonna take him out, and we're gonna do it quick with our, actually let's use our AK. So where is he? Where is homeboy? He's over here. So we can go ahead and eat a food that prevents all damage as well. And there he goes. That's how OP the alchemy system is in game. This is not broken or hacked. This is actual mechanics built into the game, because as you know, you will be taking out Goliaths like the homeboy that sits over on the bridge over there. I don't know, he's not there right now. I think you can see him from up top. But yeah, there is a giant homie that just sits over there on the bridge. But with that, everything is here for you to start New Game Plus. Like I said, of course, this is the AK. That little guy is still down there. You can pick up all the butterflies. That's where basically all this range damage comes from, is from the butterflies. If you incorporate those with 5 other bugs. Other things to keep an eye on are all the upgrades are unlocked. So that means you have max health, as you can see down there in the bottom right hand corner, max stamina, max shields, max health, and of course all of the trinkets that are the best that I could find currently in the game, including gear with the double jump boots, and of course increased weapon damage and residual shields that will build by themselves, and of course more weapon damage. You do have some blood runes left over in case you want to go ahead and fill out. I didn't really feel like filling this out or feel the need to get that, but all of the weapon upgrades are there too. So you have all of this, and let's go back to the inventory. You've got 51 shields in case you need those on the fly. You also have water shotgun, which is really cool. And if you know the theme of the game, basically you're going to be putting out fires, and why not do it with water shotgun shells? And these things will lay out enemies as well, so you can take down enemies. And like I said, let's go ahead and eat that food so we can get some movement speed. All of the enemies are here, and we can take everyone out. Where's that little jerk? That little walking head. He's around here somewhere. But we also have our improved, I forget what you call this damn thing, grapple gun. Work in progress, right guys? But yeah, you can go ahead and download this save file, and whenever they come out with the next iteration, which is supposed to be about 2 weeks or so. Of course, we got our electricity shells here. Let me just shoot that Total Reaver over there. He's gonna come over here and say hello. But you get the picture. It's your playground. It's on my Patreon, and it is for the members. You can join for about the price of a coffee. And with that, guys, like, subscribe, comment. Me and my little guy Maui-chan need to eat, and we'll see you all in the next one. Have a good day. Bye bye.